evening, everybody. Goedenavond, buonasera, goeienaand. Just welcome on this incredible European global meeting. We've got visitors from all around Europe. We've got the UK in the house. We've got South Africa, Namibia. We've got the US, Australia. Oh, there is so many friends all around here. So welcome, good evening. Apologies, we started a few minutes late this evening, but you are so welcome to join us on this incredible opportunity evening. Tonight here we have beautiful sunshine weather here in Somerset, which we are just delighted about because I think we've had a little bit enough of the rainy, cold weather here. So for us, for me tonight, it feels like a proper spring evening. So let's get straight in there. So we're going to start off this evening with our coffees and stories. Now, this is our first part of this incredible evening. You're going to hear from 4 people sharing their real life testimonies about what these products has done for them so far. And we have the privilege of having 2 African countries here as well. So it's not just South Africa and Namibia, but we also have Maputo and Lusaka here in the house as well. Isn't that amazing? And so let's get straight into it. I'm going to share with you as the evening goes ahead about what else we're going to share. We're going to talk about the science about these wonderful products. And then we've got a presidential team that's going to share the business opportunity in part 2. So for now, let's get our coffees and our drinks ready. I have, as per usual, I've got my beautiful green superfoods. So I'm going to take a sip now. But first of all, I'm going to introduce my friend, Emma Louise Foley, all the way from Stourbridge in the West Midlands in the UK. She is fresh on the Manatech products, but you are just going to love to hear what these products have done for her in such a short space of time already. Emma Louise, if you can unmute yourself, you can go straight ahead and share your story with us.
Hi. Yeah, so as Madeleine said, we've got a nice, bright, sunny evening here in England at the moment. I'm from Stourbridge, and I had the pleasure of meeting Madeleine back in February of this year, where I'd been struggling with my gut health since September and had lost quite a lot of weight, had gained a lot of food anxiety, was struggling to eat, had multiple food reactions from, so many foods that I was eating. So that's where the food anxiety came from. And was generally just really struggling, trying to heal myself on a diet, having been to the doctors and then turning me away, literally just saying, you need antidepressants. So I was really at a place where, I was very open to trying new things, and by, I believe, divine appointment, Madeleine met me and gave me a sample of the probiotic, and I tried that. She gave me a 3-day package set with the ProBalance in there. And as I took that was the first product that I took. Immediately, I felt a soothing throughout my whole system because my gut was inflamed, and it just felt amazingly smooth, soothing, and calmed down. She also gave me the Plus to try, and I tried that, and I'm on my 3rd month of taking these products now, and my hormones are out of balance. And now I'm finding that I have, I can feel that the endocrine system is strengthened. and I'm getting symptoms that you would classify would relate to hormones becoming more balanced. I also took the GI Defence to repair my gut because I had histamine reactions, so my gut was getting, hammered basically. And with the candida overgrowth, it was being pulled apart. And again, when I took that product, it just felt my whole system was soothed. I am now on my 3rd month, and I am eating so many more different foods now. My reactions have come down to literally just a little bit during the daytime, and then because my body is having these supplements, it's repairing at a rate that I'm just astonished. Within the day, if I have a little reaction, by the end of the night, there are no symptoms. I can feel that my body is being supported by the supplements enough to be able to repair and heal itself. I just can't express how astonished I am at how they've supported me and how far I've come in the last 3 months. We're taking the products. I just can't recommend them highly enough. In fact, I had 3 products, and then not even a week afterwards, I ordered. I jumped straight in. I had the Ambratose, but then I ordered the GI Defence. So I take 4 products now. I take the probiotic, the GI Defence, the Ambratose Advanced, and the Plus, and just feel I feel amazing. I just got no doubt that continuing to take these products are going to completely heal me and completely balance my gut, my body, and my hormones. And I'm just looking forward to the future with that. I'm happy to share
Emma
with you.
Louise, thank you so much for sharing. I'm so delighted to have you on here tonight and to hear your story. And it's just people, when you start using these products, you're going to see, as you can witness on Emma Louise's face, she's just blossoming. And honestly, that is part of the transformation I've been witnessing for you. So thank you so much for sharing your story tonight. It's been a real pleasure. So for our next wonderful story, and I just want to actually, before I introduce the next person, just to say, and Emma Louise touched on that already, just a disclaimer that we want to put in here is that our products do not cure, mitigate, or heal any illnesses, but it gives us the food in our bodies so it can actually prepare and heal itself. So that is the beauty and the wonder of these products that we're taking. So our second person is Kajal Keshavarchandra. I do hope that I've pronounced that all right. And she is from Maputo in Mozambique. You are so welcome to share your wonderful story with us.
Well, thank you, Madeleine, for this opportunity for the call today. And yes, I was really, really happy to share my testimonial. But before I do that, I would like to thank my presidential upline, Helen and Leon Vernick. So thank you again. Let me see. I'm 48 years old, and at the age of 20, I realized, I started getting a lot of allergy attacks. And those allergies developed into a lot of asthma attacks. It just was like on the go. I had also just recently shifted from South Africa to back to Mozambique, because that's where my family is, and the ocean and the humidity was not really doing me well. So then I was introduced to a lot of the pumps and the cortisones and antibiotics. And from then onwards, I just kept getting sick almost every year whenever there was weather changes. And I would end up in the hospital with bronchitis, and they needed to put me in nebulizers. And the treatment was quite harsh. I would stop working and you name it. And it went on for a couple of years until I more or less learned how to manage somehow I managed, but I still used to get sick. 2 years back, I was introduced with Ambertose, and I was quite skeptical about it, but I decided I'll try it anyways. Initially, I didn't feel the work of it. But what I did notice, the first thing I noticed after taking the Ambertose 3 months later, I was at a party and somebody accidentally threw really hot tea on my skin. And, it really burns. So initially I just put some ice and I thought, I probably will end up having to go home. And 5 minutes later, the burning sensation was gone. The redness was gone on my arm. And I continued partying. And then later on, I remembered, the tea had fallen on my arm. And I said, geez, my skin, it's really recovering very fast. And from then onwards, I noticed like whenever I would get cut in the kitchen, it would heal faster. Then I noticed that my allergies are also getting less and less. And now I don't get allergies. I've been on Ambertose for 2 years now. I don't get allergies. I don't get sick. I don't get bronchitis. And literally, with any weather change, I'm totally fine. So that's a big plus for me. I've not had to take any antibiotics or cortisone ever since. So it's really helped my immunity. Recently, I've also noted I started taking the omega-3 and plus because I have some, I couldn't focus. So that has helped me with my focus, and just getting my mind into getting things done. So I'm much more productive in my day-to-day, whereas before I was very much scattered and a nervous breakdown all the time with a lot of anxiety. So that really helped. It's helped my sleep. I sleep really well. What else? So, another thing I've noticed is my skin is getting like shinier. And after the COVID, also, I noticed that my hair was falling a lot because I had taken the vaccinations. It had some kind of side effects. And I noticed my hair is growing back again. And it's I feel younger. People say, you don't look 48. So, it really has helped me a lot. So that's me. I hope this is inspiring to whoever needs to hear this. I definitely recommend the Manitech products. So yay. Let's keep taking it. Thank you.
Yes, let's keep taking it, Kajal. It is so wonderful to hear your story. And do you know what? For also being somebody that suffered with allergies from an early age, one of my pot of gold, as I call it, is the Manasi. So get yourself a pot of Manasi as well. It is wonderful what these products can do. So thank you so much for sharing.
I'll try that for sure. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for sharing. And so this moves us on to number 3. And this is Thokozile Naizangu. I'm sorry if I hope I got that one right as well. And this is from Lusaka in Zambia. Do we have you on? Let me just have a look.
Hello, this is Thokozile. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, network is quite bad, but I can hear you clearly now.
Perfect. Go ahead. Go ahead. We are looking forward to hearing your story.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I came across Ambrotos, is it some 3 months ago? And I personally am an outdoor person, doing a lot of manual work and stuff like that at the farm. And ever since I started taking Ambrotos, I noticed I have improved. It has improved the strength that I have with what I do, my daily activities. I'm calm, and I've just improved in so many ways. I'm not getting sick anyhow, no headaches and anything like that. In fact, of late, I used to suffer from cracked heels, especially if I wear slippers for days, like maybe 2 days in a row. But I've noticed I now don't suffer from that anymore. Then the second testimony is when I visited a patient who's above 60. I noticed they were so frail and weak, and they had lost appetite. They could not keep any food. They could not even take in any food. They could not take water, and they were on so much medication. I don't really know what their problem was, but all I know is they were not okay. I introduced them to Ambrotos, and as I speak now, they are back on their feet to their normal routine, including jogging, and so much strength, so happy, and even talking about Ambrotos. I think these are the few testimonies that I have concerning Ambrotos Plus. Thank you. I still have one more patient I haven't visited in 3 weeks now, since they started taking. I'm yet to visit them. I'm not so sure. We haven't talked anyway. So I hope to hear from them soon. But so far, this is what I can say about Ambrotos. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your two testimonies. Isn't it wonderful when we can make the difference, when we can see the difference that these products can make for the people that we care for. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing those two wonderful testimonies. And I think all of us feel better when we have a better appetite and just to do the daily activities. So yeah, Ambrotos all the way, people, all the way. So our last story for this evening, before we move on to the next section, is Tanya Carr from Swansea in the UK. Tanya, over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Special thanks to Leonie for inviting me, and of course my uplines, Hagen and Edelgard, most amazing people. So my story is coming from a different angle because generally I'm quite healthy. I've looked after myself for many, many years. I've invested a lot of money into my body. So I came aboard not really ill. So I came aboard more from the point of view of doing a bit of investigation and actually proving Manitech wrong, because I was quite skeptical about the product, the people. And, you know, if anybody's out there, there's so many scammers out there, isn't it? So I actually thought, sorry to say, that Manitech was actually a scam and the products couldn't be so true as they say. So my story is basically, it's based on, if it's too good to be true, then it is. Or seeing is believing. So please allow me to share my story with you. So basically, it starts off with me simply maintaining my gut. And I started on GI Pro Balance. Amazing product. But before we get to how amazing it is, let me tell you how I literally persecuted the product. So I took the product, and within 8 hours, what I didn't tell you was that I had eczema for 2 years. And it was something I just decided to live with because that's what the doctor said. So living with eczema was something I had to do. You just basically can't wear certain textiles. There's clothes you can't wear, perfumes, bubble baths, all the lovely things that we like to do. Anyway, getting back to the purpose of the prebiotic and the probiotic, it helps your gut and it also helps your immune system. So basically, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to try the product, and I did. So within 8 hours, my eczema was half gone. Seeing is believing, right? No, not for me. I thought this is too much of a coincidence. So after 3 weeks, I decided to analyze my skin again, and I looked, and 99% of it was gone. I couldn't believe it, but I was still very skeptical. So what I decided to do was to do my own little investigation, like a scientific laboratory on myself. And I basically stopped the product, and I thought, right, now this is it. It's going to flare up. It's going to come back. It didn't. It did not come back. Seeing is believing, right? No, not for me. Difficult client I was, difficult customer, and still skeptical. So I was very naughty because I decided now, the doctor always told me to avoid certain foods. He said, don't eat these foods that make your eczema flare up. So what do you think I did? Spot on. I actually ate the foods that would make my eczema flare up. I know, it's crazy, but this was an experiment and I was the guinea pig. So, the amazing thing is that after all those years of leaving these foods out, peanuts, different types of fruits, which made my eczema flare, I could now eat that. So I was kind of enjoying this. I was enjoying it. So I looked at my skin and there was still no flare up. And then I decided to eat some more of these naughty foods. And guess what? I got one tiny little bump. It was no flare up, but I actually got a bump. I was so proud of my bump that I sent a picture to Rika, my upline, and she was very diplomatic and professional about it. But I was on the verge of saying this product doesn't work. I've got my little bump to prove it. I want my money back. This company's a scam. And then I thought, she's going to say, take one more probiotic or continue for the next few weeks. So I took one more and decided this is it. No lies. Within 1 hour, my bump that I was so proud of, my one tiny little bump of eczema to prove that Manitec was wrong, was actually gone. It went. So for me, there has to come a time where you say, right, Manitec has triumphed, right? So for me, that was the aha moment. It was the nirvana moment. It was the light bolt hitting moment that Manitec is good. It is true. And seeing is believing. Now, after 2 months, I'm an associate and I'm absolutely loving the company, trusting it, still investigating a little bit, but not critical, not skeptical, just loving the product. So for all of you out there who's thinking about coming on or critical or skeptical, seeing is believing. Try it out for yourself. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Tanya, your story is wonderful. Thank you for being so honest about your skepticism. But I tell you, I think most of us probably before or when we first started with the products has been a little bit skeptical. But I just love the way you shared that. And I also just want to add, I love the fact that GI Pro has proven you wrong and that it is the best product. So yes, I'm so glad to hear that that bump is gone and that you have joined as an associate. So that is wonderful news. So everybody, that is just the finishing of our coffees and stories this evening. So here you've got it. You've heard from 4 different people the hope that this product has given us. So just to finish that off with our disclaimer again, our bodies or our products do not cure, mitigate, or by any means heal any illnesses, but it provides the food for our bodies so it can do what it needs to do, so our cells can have that food so it can actually heal itself. Okay, so, and before I carry on, I would like just to kind of introduce myself properly and also give a few thanks here. So Madeleine Stale here from Keynsham in the UK, Executive Director, and my great thanks is going to Annelies Stale, Silver Executive Director from Winburg in South Africa, and Rolien Faber, Presidential Director from the Diamond City Kimberley in South Africa as well. First of all, thank you so much, Annelie, Mama, for putting me on your names list. And again, I was your biggest skeptic, and to persevere and to be my biggest cheerleader. And thank you, Rolien, for your guidance, for your mentorship, and to be able to press on your button at any time. And then also for Leonie van der Linde, our 2-star Platinum Presidential, for the privilege to be able to share with you tonight, to be the MC here, to share about these wonderful products and business opportunity that we have. So, a little bit about what our products is. So, Manatech is listed as publicly listed company, and is also listed as MTEX. So you're going to hear a little bit later about that. But Manatech stands for the passion of people's wellness and opportunity. And that is what I love about this company as well. So Manatech pioneered the field of science, and that's called glycans and biology. And it's the science that transforms our bodies. It's in that we heard about that flagship product of us, Ambritose. In simple terms, it gives all of our bodies, we are made out of trillions of cells in our bodies. But when our cells do not communicate properly with one another, so when there's an illness of some sort, of a breakdown of communication of our bodies, I hope you can see that. But then there's a breakdown, isn't it? And that's when we become poorly, or that's when there might be skin rashes coming out, or of whatever form that may be. Now, what our products don't do is suddenly plug that cell together and now everything is going hunky-dory. But actually, out of that, if there's a poorly bit, and out of the rest of our cells in our body, there's new cells that's creating from that. And that new cells create the beauty inside of us for it to actually be fed with the products that we need, or the different parts in our bodies that needs that healing. And then that's what our bodies does. That is part of the miraculous part of us being human beings, isn't it? So there's also a lot of different factors these days that plays a role in our immune system. So there's a lot of green harvesting going on. You know, back in the day, I can remember when my grandparents were still here with us, they had their fruit and vegetable garden. We were able, so we've seen what went into that ground. And when we pluck those peaches or the sweet sugar snaps or whatever it may be, you could taste it, you could smell it, and you know the nutrition that was going into your body. But these days, with the green harvesting, that early plucking, that time when it actually needs to ripen and where that nutrition comes from, unfortunately, that is not quite the process that is happening anymore. So it's not just, we cannot just rely on nutrition these days. Supplementation, and this is part of what our products is really what helps our bodies to get that burst to communicate properly. So, right kind of nutrition, the best products ever, which is obviously our Manatech products, that has that enriched nutrients from the glycans, that also, by the way, is patented. We have over 100 plus patents, and our Ambrotose flagship product has got 50 patents in itself, just for that one product. So, we pioneered the groundbreaking glycans technology. It revolutionized nutrition. It supports our immune health. It helps with weight loss and fitness. And we have beautiful, beautiful skincare range. And here in Europe, we are so privileged. We have literally just launching our new Lumination skincare range. So we are really, really happy about that. We've got studies that shows that obviously that the typical modern diet is not adequate anymore. I've mentioned that. So this is where we got the glycans coming in. And where our company stands for science, safety, and efficacy. Dr. Nugent is very strong about that. He actually says he gets really upset when people ask him if the products are safe, because that is really, really what this company stands for. That integrity of what is said is in the pot or in the jar, that is what actually is in it. That fruit, vegetables, that plant-based source, and that is all scientifically proven there for us. So Europe, come on, and the globe, let's invite people, let's share more about this so we can sweep the whole of Europe. Actually, in fact, let's sweep the whole of the world with this blanket of glycans. Because again, what Dr. Nugent said is these products, when he thinks about when they are sitting together as a board about what are we looking at, he said everybody should have the right for good nutrition in the world, not just this group of people or that group of people. Doesn't matter where you come from, what color or race or what language you speak or what religion you're in, but everybody should be included to have a wonderful and an optimal health, a healthy body. So, on that good note, to finish off with that part, I just want to say to you, Europe, we have an incredible spring promotion until the end of May, where if you buy 2 omega-3 with vitamin D3, you get a 3rd bottle for free. So I would urge you, before the stock runs out, I've already got my bundle in. Please go and help yourself. Get to the person who invited you and go and get your omega-3 and vitamin D3. You've heard the testimony earlier about what that product has done with clarity and so forth. Okay. So that brings us to the end of our Coffees and Stories, a little bit about our technology. And the next part that we are going to now, this is our second part. And this is the little bit where you can hear what the business opportunity can bring for you. What there is more in store, never mind about these wonderful products, but actually what more you can do. So also I just want to say for our lead team visionaries, the QR code for this evening is 6924, 6924. All right, I will mention that at the end again. But now it is my privilege to introduce Neil and Elena Wilken, Silver Presidential Directors they are farmers from Oudtshoorn in South Africa. They've established the biggest ostrich hatchery in the world at the time when they were doing that. They've been introduced to Manatech by a friend plus minus 15 years ago, and they found a vehicle that brought them optimal health, passive income, incredible self-development, and they love traveling to many different destinations whilst bringing hope to others. And their mission is to help more people to acquire health, wealth, freedom to prosper, and to enjoy the life to their fullest. Neil and Elena, you are so welcome. We are really listening to you.
Thank you, Marley, for that kind introduction. A really great call, and I really enjoyed the fantastic stories. A lot was spoken about transformation, And we've been on the product for 15 years, and our bodies have also transformed. And the transformation doesn't only take place in your body. We're going to talk a little bit about transforming your bank balance. So we're going to speak a little bit about this. Because you can only have a successful company if you have a great product, and you can only build a great business around a good product. And Manatech is definitely not about hype. It's not about just adverts. We're a real company with real food technology, to real people, and I'm really proud to be associated with this company. And I just want to thank Leonie van der Linde, our Platinum Presidential, for all your help, all your support, all your love, and always there just to cheer us on and to guide us. Thanks so much for that. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a slide presentation. I'll try and fill in, just beef it up a bit. But design your dream life. It's very true that a lot of people, they live their lives, and then they sort of design their lives according to their income. And we have big dreams in the beginning when we're younger, and we've got these big aspirations, and life happens, and all of a sudden we find ourselves like boxed in, and it just doesn't seem to be opportunities out there to support our dreams, and we get bogged down, and most of us shrink our income shrink our dreams to match our income. So Manatech is definitely an opportunity whereby we can change that, and it's a part of the gig economy. So it's really, I just want to change it. It's really a fantastic opportunity, and these days most people have to sort of supplement their income. Much better having two streams of income than just having one. And we've had that experience. Helene and I, we've been in many different businesses, and it's good to have different streams, of income, because you can't always just rely on one. It's good to have different, just to bring in a bit of security. And Manatech in itself also allows you to have different streams of income. If you have different legs of business, you can also associate that as a different stream of income. There's a very clever chap and a great author, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. A lot of you might know the book, and then he also wrote the book Cash Flow Quadrant. And this in the Cash Flow Quadrant, he talks about this diagram, which you can see in front of you, and he divides the income earning world into 4 quadrants: the E, the S, the B, and the I. And this little diagram really spoke to me with the first time I saw it. It answered a lot of my questions, and so just open your mind to this. I think it's a very important diagram as to place yourself in where you are in your financial, where you think about finances. None of these quadrants are wrong, but I think that combination of 2 or some are better than others. So the E is an employee, and S is for self-employed, B is the business owner, and I is the investor. In the E, the employee, he doesn't have very much options, and it's quite a volatile quadrant to be in, because you're actually selling your time. You're selling your time to someone, and he's paying you for your time, and you don't really have security there. Like in the old days, where if you worked for a business, you got a pension, you got hospital plans and medical aids, and these days people just get fired, businesses close down, and employees are left left in asking. And so not one of the best ones for me. I've never been in that quadrant. In the S quadrant, self-employed is also is a tough quadrant. I was there for many years. It can stand for stress, you know. I mean, it's a very stressful quadrant because there you are by yourself. You're investing your money. You're investing a lot of capital. You've got to make the decisions by yourself. There's a lot of risk. If you leave your business, you go on holiday, then all sorts of funny things can happen. So it's a stressful business. That's also sort of selling your time for money. And Robert Kiyosaki says a person should try and move over to the B quadrant, which is a business or big business or a business with a great system. And Manatech falls into that B quadrant because you can actually leverage off the system that is in this business. We call it the business system. So you don't have to think up anything. You don't have to design anything. It's all there. You can leverage off. If you can copy the system and help other people to copy that system in this business, you can create a big business. And it's a fantastic quadrant to be in. So it says you should try and move over to the B system while you are in the E or in the S. And to create a great cash flow. And then once you start creating a great cash flow in the B quadrant, you can move over and start investing that money in the I, which is for the investor quadrant, and where money works for you. But the very interesting part of this quadrant is that on the left-hand side, you'll find that 90% of the people earning money in the world own only 10% of the wealth. And then on the opposite side, it's the opposite of 10% of the people earning 90% of the wealth. So, yeah, it makes one think, where would one like to be? I obviously would like to be on the right-hand side, and that is where we are. We've also transformed and transitioned onto the right-hand side. It's a far less riskier and better place to be because you can also create a passive or residual income in the B quadrant with our company Manatech. Okay, so you can also take advantage of the 3 mega trends in the world, which is fantastic. I mean, I never knew about this. I learned all this in Manatech. The health and wellness industry is $1 trillion industry plus. There's an aging population, which I'm also part of, the baby boomers. We are the biggest, I think, population sector. Rising costs of medical, wellness options, natural supplements versus pharmaceuticals, and environmental challenges. And then direct selling, which we are part of, is over 90 million. There are over 90 million plus global sales force, and more than 166 billion in total sales. Rapid global growth, innovation, and product reformulation. Rising health awareness, diversity in product and services. 90% operate part-time, which is also very important. Most people do this business part-time until they feel that they are earning, it becomes their main income, and then they can slowly, or they can actually then stop their jobs if they like and do this full-time. Then M5M, Mission 5 Million, that's our welfare or give back side. That's the 5 million children under the age of 5 years old dying in the world every year, and Manatech wants to address that with we call it donation by consumption. So every time you consume the product and you order your products, you are then donating a certain amount of product to a child in need under the age of 5. So we are feeding thousands of children all over the world, and it's really great to be part of that mission. So right in the middle, you can see there is a massive opportunity, the 3 mega trends. So yeah, I feel that we are really blessed to be part of that. And then talking about the gig economy, as I say, most people need to support their income, and a lot of people do. I know a lot of people are doing Uber and Airbnb and that kind of thing, which also has its disadvantages. And we are doing we are doing Manatech, which is a fantastic way of hustling, because we're actually helping people to start their own businesses. We're not just selling time for money, and it's a really satisfying way of supplementing your income. A few more things that are positive about our business. It's very low entry cost, which Elena will talk about now, and very low risk. And I mean, in any other business, usually it's a very high risk to start your business. Most people do this part-time, and you can do it from anywhere. And, anywhere in the world, anytime, in the Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, it doesn't matter. Personal training and coaching, which is very important, you get that for free, and it's really worth tens of thousands of rands. I mean, if you have to go and get a personal trainer to teach you certain skills and certain self-development skills, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Leveraging of technology, I mean, I know Manatech is really focusing on the technology side as well, and you can leverage off that. And we don't have any inventory, we don't carry stock. In other words, we have no logistics, we don't really take any part of the shipping. And Manatech take care of all that. And we don't have strangers in our homes and in our cars, like the guys that the Uber drivers do. It's really a turnkey business. Once you get your business associate number, you can go for it. You just get into your sports car and turn the key and it goes. Everything is there for you. And I think with focus and ambition, and if you like setting goals, you can really, really tick off a lot of your goals in this business. You can really, you can reach out for your dreams and reach your dreams. Manatech also has incentive holidays, which William and I have been on quite a few, and it's really fantastic. I mean, show me a business that spoils their business associates that do well on a free holiday. I mean, and I know the South Africans are going to Mauritius this year. And then the great one, how do we to help people? It's everybody wants to help people, but it's not always easy. And this is really a fantastic way to help people with their health, with their finances, and even more just self-development and just as a whole. It's just great to be able to help people like that. And then a great one, unlimited income. There's no ceiling. You can really build your life, build your dreams around this business. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Elena. She's going to show the figures, and she's the one who started this business, and I much appreciate for her for saying yes to this business, and over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Marley, for introducing us so nicely, and thank you, Neil, for being my business partner and my travel partner. Well, I've got the easy part this evening because I feel the stories that was told about the products were phenomenal, and that's already enough to, I think, want to join and just try the products. And then Neil has pointed out so many positive things why people should be interested in at least taking a look at this. But I just want to sort of bring all the puzzles together and tell you how you can go about. Of course, if you are new on the call, you should ask the person who invited you if you need any more info and how to get started. And the very first or most important thing, I think, for any person is just to be healthy, and not to be healthy, but to be optimally well. And you have heard some amazing stories. So if you are just interested in being a customer, then you can go ahead and join and create your person who invited you will help you to create your own account number so that you can do your own orders for products online. And if you are a loyal customer ordering your products on a monthly subscription order, you can get 20% of your product price that you pay back in loyalty points that you can use to redeem free product again. Also, you are able to refer other customers, but you are not, because you are just a customer, you cannot earn commissions. but you will be able to earn referral points that you can also redeem free products for. So that's as far as the customers go. But after this now, I'm going to speak about associates. Now, those are people who would like to pursue the business side of it. So if you're not interested in the business side, thank you for joining and get more info on the products and definitely try that. But if you are at all just interested in making an extra few dollars or euros, please just listen up, because this is so easy to do. You can get an associate account number for $50. There you can see the different prices in the different currencies, because we are worldwide. And you can also earn loyalty points if you order your products on a monthly subscription order. And that is actually what the company wants you to do, because we've got a 90-day satisfaction back guarantee. You want to really use the products for at least 3 to 4 months to see the true value, to experience the true value of it. And then you will get 20% back in loyalty points. But also, on top of that, by doing, I like to call it referral marketing, there's 6 types of commissions that you can earn. So let's just quickly look at step 1, 2, and 3 here. If you are an associate who joins for the $50, this is you in the lime green in the middle, you will just start sharing stories or inviting people to these online presentations so that they can hear about the products. And you will start introducing customers, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are the customers in this example that you will introduce and help to get their own account numbers to order their own products. And for each person that you refer, you will get a first order bonus commission of 20% of whatever products they buy. That's just the once off. But of course, here we are more interested in creating sustainable, reoccurring income. So step 2, so if they keep on ordering, you will earn every month, if the turnover is there, you will earn a power bonus. So because we are in an international environment and in different countries, almost over 40 countries, in different currencies, there's a point volume that has been given to each product, so that every end of the month they can determine what the commission amount is that you should be paid in the currency that you will receive it in, depending on which country you live in. So 100 kiwi, 100 product volume points is approximately $110, just to give you an idea. So in this example, when you and your customers have a turnover of 500 PPV, 500 points, you will earn approximately $75. Then the next step would be to also introduce some other business partners. They become your associates, your business partners, and we all support and help each other because they know other customers that you don't know, and you help them to build their customer unit so that they can earn the first order bonuses and so that they can earn the power seller bonuses for their own customer unit that they build. But because you are helping them, you will start earning team bonuses. So in this example, if you help, let's say A is Amy and B is Bob, if you help them to create their own customer turnovers, they will get those 2 bonuses and you will start earning team 2, which is $100 extra. So with your $75 power seller, now you are already on $175 per month that you get. And of course, then you can go ahead and you can introduce Carl and Don, and you help them as well. Then you get team 4 bonus, which is an extra $150. Now your total is already $325 per month. And this can go right up to team 10, where you help 10 people, 10 associates to enroll and build their customer unit to 500. Of course, you don't stop at 500. This is just an example. You actually want to get to 500 as quick as you can, but you can you should try to get to 1,000 points as quick as you can, because then you earn 20% on your customer volume every month. But Team 10 will be an extra $200, and then you will already be on $925 every month. So the idea is to just present this, as Mardley said, to as many people as possible around the world, inform them about and educate them about the glycan technology, so that you can have as many customers joining your pod and as many customers joining your associates, so that your average income will be around about this. If your turnover, let's jump right to 20,000 points in your whole organization, you will be called a Gold Executive Director, and you will earn anything between $800 and $1,800. And then you can see, if you double up on that, then of course your income will also almost double up, or even more on that. So there is absolutely no limit to the income potential that you have here, because you can introduce people in any of the countries. This is a global seamless business model, and we're very excited. We're opening officially in Thailand now in June as well. So if you know anybody there, you can introduce them. So all I want to say is the words of Jean-Paul Getty, who said, I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts, like selling your time for money in the E quadrant. So I hope that really explains that how easy it is, that you can just go back to the person who invited you and say, yes, I want to get an account number. Yes, I want to try the products. And yes, I want to earn some commissions. And with that, I want to say thank you to Two-Star Platinum Leonie van der Linde for the opportunity to share, and for this platform that they have created for us. And back over to you, Mardley.
Thank you so much, Elena. Yeah, I am so fired up all over again, just listening to how wonderfully you explained that. And this is my question to all of you listening here tonight. Do you want to experience vibrant wellness, like you've heard in our first part? Or do you also want to experience a lifestyle of freedom? Be part of a team that make a difference, that brings hope to the world, that be part of the M5M. Then I tell you now, when this call finishes, get back to the person that's invited you and join us. Be part of this dream team. Be part of making the world a better place, using these products, and just eat a lifestyle of healthiness with these products. You've heard it tonight. The proof is in the pudding, and I've seen somebody's comment, by the way, our products is the pudding. So just get some so you can also have this vibrance. Really, you know what? Doesn't matter how many times I've heard this business plan, and every time when you hear a new testimony, how somebody's life is changed, it just highlights again to me that each one of us that knows about this have the privilege to share with people, but also I feel it's our obligation to actually share. You cannot keep this incredible products. We can't keep it to ourselves. You will do people a disservice when you know somebody can really be doing with it this, because we all deserve to have an optimal lifestyle. So this has been an incredible evening. I am super excited. So I've got something more just before we kind of closing, another promo here in the UK and in Europe that we have is a spring promotion that's finishing the 31st of May, and this is now related to this business opportunity. So usually our price to join, to have this business in a box, to become part of this incredible team, it's £45 or €50. Now listen to this incredible promo. For now, today, until the 31st of May, you have the opportunity to get this business in a box for £15. You heard me right, £15 or €20. So really, now is the time that you're going to contact that person and say you want to be part of this team. Honestly, Manatech Europe Corporate has been so gracious to us for this, to have these wonderful spring promotions. So really grab hold of that. And then for my South African friends, just want to say to you, you have an incredible Johannesburg Super Regional starting tomorrow and Saturday. On this side, we are jealous that we can't join you, but in spirit, we will be with you. Just be fired up and learn more. And please, when you're finished over this weekend, share with us about more testimonies that you guys heard over the weekend. So we're looking forward to hear that. On our next call is the 6th of June, same time, 8 o'clock for UK, 9 o'clock for Europe and Central and South Africa. So again, thank you very much, Leonie, for this opportunity. Thank you, everybody, for the extra time that you've granted us this evening. We wish you a very good night. And come on, get yourself a vibrant lifestyle and come and join us. Have a good evening. Buona notte. Goeienaand. Tot weerziens. Bye-bye.